everyone, and welcome back to Dog's Gaming Haven. So today I wanted to go over a subject that's more serious than normal, but also very meaningful to me, which is talking about anxiety and depression, or any struggle you have, and the need to show compassion and concern. So that's a very hard topic to think about, because it's not like something we can see or touch with our hands or anything like that. It's just something that we feel. So one thing that helps me is to visualize it, and I wanted to go over a way that I like to visualize it in Minecraft today. So here we see just a basic redstone setup, nothing too exciting. And this is how I like to visualize how the brain works. Obviously, I'm no professional, so this is just an amateur visualizing this, so take it with a grain of salt, but if it helps you, I'm glad. So this is just your brain looking out for threats or trying to figure out how to deal with emotions like sadness or things like that. So you're just going throughout your day, then you're walking down the hall, and then all of a sudden your friend jumps out behind a corner and scares you, so then your brain just activates, senses a threat, and then it quickly goes through like, am I in danger? What do I do? Okay, I'm fine. And then it turns off. Obviously, this is a simplification. You'll still have your heart pounding and stuff like that, and it's obviously going to take longer than that in more complex situations, but the general rule is that things will turn off, and then you'll be able to move on to the next thought of like, what's for lunch or whatever. And the problem is that with anxiety, depression, and even just more serious things in your life, things that affect you a ton, is that it kind of creates this little feedback loop where it's really hard to move on to just do other things. So here, maybe you're walking down the hall and then something reminds you of a bad memory, or you just had a really bad day, or whatever happens, so that triggers your brain to turn on. And then your brain has a really hard time turning off after that. And I don't know any of the psychology stuff because I'm not a doctor. This is just a way to visualize it, but I think this is a good way to visualize it because it reminds us that, first and foremost, if this happens to you, it isn't your fault. There's nothing to feel guilty about for feeling this way, because it's just the fact that we're humans, and that means that with something as incredibly complex as a brain is, or life is, we're going to have struggles. And I mean, a lot of the time they're just struggles so big that it takes a long time to get over them. So it's important to remember to show compassion, because this isn't our fault, so be nice to yourself. I know that's easier said than done, but be patient and nice with yourself. And don't have too many expectations. Be careful with your expectations and your timeline, because it's easy to think, okay, if I just get rid of the problem, then everything will be okay, but it's not necessarily caused by one specific thing. Now, obviously that can help, but it's important not to put all your hopes into that being what gets rid of it. It's important to show yourself compassion. I mean, this is, after all, just your brain trying to take care of you. Maybe it thinks you saw a threat, and so it's in this little loop trying to protect you. This is something that you need to show compassion towards yourself and towards others. Something else very important to know is that what people need here is love and support, because sometimes this will just be fixed with a good meal or a good night's sleep. Life happens. Sometimes they just need continual reminders every day that they are loved and not alone. So just keep being there for them and helping them to know that they are loved. And one last thing, and this might be the most important thing, is to remember that there is no weakness in talking to others about your struggles. There is no weakness in asking for help, because it is so hard to ask others for help. It is so hard to tell people that something's been bothering you, especially when it seems like there's nothing that should be bothering you. It seems so hard just to move on or to ask for help, and there's no problem with asking for help. It's really hard, but I hope it's of a comfort to remember that it is showing strength to ask for help. It is not showing weakness, it is showing strength. So remember that you are not alone, that there's always a place you can turn for help, and things will get better someday. It may be a while, but it will get better. And with that, I hope you know that you are loved, that you are incredible, and I hope you have a great day. Remember that out of everything in the universe, you are the most incredible thing ever to be created. So with that, have a great day. Goodbye.